My sister walked into the living room holding a clump of blood and said, "I think I'm dying." I looked up from my phone, ready to tell Lily she was being dramatic again. But she was standing in the doorway, pale and shaking, holding out a wad of toilet paper. Inside it was this thing. Dark red, shiny, about the size of a golf ball. I froze. "Lily, please tell me this is some slime experiment you're doing again." "I think I'm dying," she whispered. "I'm bleeding so much, Mason." I blinked. I mean, isn't that just how periods work? My stomach dropped as reality hit. Our parents were 3 states away at our cousin's wedding. They'd left yesterday morning and wouldn't be back until tomorrow night. I was in charge. I was supposed to keep my 12-year-old sister alive for 48 hours, and she was currently holding what looked like a piece of her internal organs. "Okay, just sit down," I said, trying to sound calm like Dad would. "So this is your first period?" "This morning. It won't stop. I keep bleeding through everything, and more of these keep coming out." I pulled out my phone and Googled, "How much blood is normal for a period?" while she sat on the couch, hunched over. The search results said something about soaking through a pad in an hour being cause for concern. I looked at my sister. She was dripping onto our mom's decorative throw pillows. Okay, but like all girls complain about their periods being bad, right? Maybe it's just supposed to suck. I tried to remember anything from health class. Your body knows what it's doing. It's natural and stuff. Lily's face crumbled. "This is my first one. I don't know what it's supposed to be like." I rubbed the back of my neck. Did you try a shower or something? I think hot water maybe helps." I tried. "There's blood everywhere, and I feel dizzy." She grabbed my arm, her grip weak. "Please, Mason." I stared at my phone. Mom and Dad would kill me if I dragged Lily to the ER for her period. They'd never trust me to babysit again. Everyone at the wedding would know I freaked out over something normal. Girls deal with this every month, right? My phone buzzed. A text from Dad. "How's everything going, champ?" I looked at Lily. Her lips were white now. Actually, white. "Fine," I typed back. Then I opened a new message to Mom. "How heavy is too heavy for a period?" 3 dots appeared, disappeared, appeared again. "Why?" Mom's text came through. Lily stood up. "I'm going to go change again." She took 2 steps and stumbled. I caught her before she hit the coffee table. "Whoa, you okay?" "Just dizzy," but she was leaning all her weight on me. I helped her to the bathroom, focusing on keeping her steady instead of the red stains trailing behind us. When she came back out 3 minutes later, there was blood soaking through her pants again. Fresh blood. "I can't keep up with it," she said. Her voice slurred. Another clot fell onto the hardwood. I heard it hit and immediately looked away. "We're going," I said. "Really?" Her eyes filled with tears. I called 911. "My sister's bleeding really bad," I told the dispatcher. "Like clots the size of golf balls. She can't stop bleeding and she can barely stand up." "How old is she?" 12. "It's her first period, but she's gone through like 6 pads in 2 hours, and she's all pale and dizzy. An ambulance is on the way. Keep her sitting down." Lily had slumped against the wall. "Mason, I'm cold." It was August. Our house was like 75 degrees. The paramedics took one look at her and moved fast. They got her on the stretcher, started asking questions I didn't know the answers to. When did she last eat? Was she on any medications? At the ER, they rushed her back immediately. A nurse took her blood pressure and her face changed. She called for a doctor. They started an IV, ran labs. "Her hemoglobin is sick," someone said. I didn't know what that meant, but the way they said it sounded bad. They admitted her, gave her medications to stop the bleeding, ran tests. Lily fell asleep, hooked up to machines that beeped every few seconds. I finally called my parents at midnight. Mom answered on the first ring. "Lily's in the hospital," I said, and then Mom was screaming, and I had to explain 3 times that she was stable now, that they'd stopped the bleeding. They left immediately. 12-hour drive through the night. The next day, more tests, more specialists. Lily slept most of the time, only waking up to tell me I looked terrible and should go home. I didn't. By the time Mom and Dad burst through the door at 6 a.m., the doctors had an answer. Von Willebrand disease, type 2. Turns out her blood had never clotted right, and this first period had almost killed her. Lily called me hero for exactly 2 days before going back to stealing my hoodies, but she kept the stuffed platypus the ER gave her, named it Clotilda. It sits on her bed next to the nightlight now, a reminder that sometimes listening to your gut is the only answer.